I was drawn to my major after meeting another environmental science major in a chemistry class because I actually came to Temple as a chemistry major, but then I found out that environmental science kind of incorporates all the sciences, and so that was a little bit of chemistry, but also I found my love for biology through it. My goal when I switched to environmental science was just to get outside more. I found out obviously through my childhood that I had a really strong love for and passion for nature, and so switching to environmental science was just a more applied science for me and got me outdoors like I wanted to be. I initially came to Temple because it was just a good distance from home, and then as I was going to be a chemistry major, they have a pretty good chemistry program, but I've found there's a lot more to offer here than what I first expected. I decided to become a field station research intern after I took a class with Dr. Bonfim. It was actually her invasive species class, and we did field work out in TFO, which is the forest that we do research here, and that was just super great and super exciting, and I found out there was research opportunities within the forest and at the field station, and so I had to get involved right away. I started with the field station spring of my junior year. I started with a project on moss, so it was perfect timing with spring into winter or winter into spring. Everything was sprouting, so that was super fun. I'd say Temple's field station is super unique because of the disturbance we've had here. The tornado that came through the Ambler campus made really unique opportunities for us to study, and that's just been super cool to explore here. I've personally done research, one on moss diversity in the forest. Then over the summer I was also here as an intern through RSP, and I did a project on frogs and inurine habitats and diversity. And then right now I'm involved in our field station wide kind of project on seeds, and that's been super cool. I get to go out in the forest every week and gather some seeds and ID them under the scope in the lab. And then I've also just been involved in the censusing that we do here, and that's just all been super cool and super rewarding. I think I've probably gathered around 50,000 seeds, and probably ID'd around that too. That's what's in our spreadsheet, so I guess gathered is probably even more than that. But we just haven't gotten to sorting and identifying them yet. I'm probably most proud of just how I found my passion for ecology at Temple. I didn't really go into that knowing that that's what I was going to find, and just being able to find something you're passionate about I think is really important, and so I'm proud that I can say that I have a passion for something. I think I've gotten so much out of my experience at Temple. I've found my passion. I've gotten such wonderful hands-on experience in the field that I can now take to future careers. My classes have taught me skills that I can take with me to jobs and I'm able to put on my resume. And then outside of academics, I've made so many friends and met so many special people that it's just become a second home for me. The benefit of hands-on learning experience is definitely just getting a feel for what the real world is really like. So now if I go and get a job as a field tech, I kind of have some idea of what it actually means to be out in the field all day, rather than just jumping into something that maybe isn't my thing exactly. My experiences at the field station have prepared me in so many ways. One just being now I have field experience that I can tell people that I've been out and I've done what it means to do field research, which has just been really helpful applying to places, either grad school or jobs. But I've also met so many people, so I'm forming really special relationships with people, and now I have those contacts for time to come. Now that I almost have my degree, I hope to keep doing school. I think I'm going to apply to the professional masters we have here in sustainability. I think that's a really interesting path to take to see if I like the professional side of things, because I've been in research and academics for so long, but I just really want to get out there and see the world and do some good for our planet. After I finish school, I hope to go into some kind of realm of conservation. I would love to do something with animals and animal biology, but really anything, and just conserving the species and the biodiversity we have here would be really special to me. My advice for incoming students who are about to start college would probably be just to really put yourself out there and try new things, and always ask, because if you don't ask, it is a no. And so like I probably wouldn't have been at the field station if I never asked Dr. Bonfim what opportunities were here. So even though it's scary, I think it's important to put yourself out there sometimes, and the worst they could say is no.